Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be playing through a game headed to Gamefound, which is Zombie Horde. This is the latest game from Darkgate Games Entertainment. It is a 1 to 5 player game that takes roughly 1 to 2 hours to play per session, and is a fully cooperative game where the players are going to be managing through a number of sessions trying to build up their colony. And they're going to be sending out survivors to try to go on exploration missions to bring back much needed resources that will continue to allow them to expand their colony, building it up, and hopefully building a medical lab that will help them identify the zombie infection and win the game. So in this video, I'm going to play through a sample session showing you the colony phase and then doing a quick exploration showing you how that mission works and how the survivors hopefully will come back and bring some much needed supplies to the colony. As always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we continue to grow, build and produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, as I'm constantly dropping new teaching videos, playthroughs, unboxings, crowdfunding videos, and many others, hit that notification bell and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff. I do also want to point out that all the materials you see here are prototype materials that are subject to change and look a lot better than the final production copy of the game. I also have an overview video if you just want to check out the main features of the game and see a sample turn. I'll have a link up in the top corner to that. And let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see how this one plays. All right, so we're ready to move into this one, and with this I went ahead and handled some of the colony stuff already, and I'm ready to jump right into this exploration. For this one, I chose the grocery store and electrical shop search and explore mission. So this one, that means that I'm going out and I'm trying to get those tokens and then make it out of here, or get all my survivors out of here before the zombies hordes overwhelm me. So with this one, it says, while making your way to the grocery store, determined to secure vital supplies, you cautiously seek out an electrical shop. Acutely aware of the lurking presence of nearby zombies, demanding utmost caution. All right, so on this one, I have my 3 points that I'm trying to get to, and my exit points are these two here. And I start with 2 zombie hordes out, so I have those ready and I have their card and I'm ready to go. And so for this one, I'm using the Sentinel, the Fixers, the Med Tech, and the Signal Corps. And with these, I definitely want to keep the Fixers and the Sentinels together, as they have the coordination ability where they're going to get an extra hit if they're in the same space attacking, or if they're in the same area attacking the same target. They get some bonuses, so definitely want to keep those two together to benefit from that as much as possible. All right, so moving into it, the game again is going to be played over a number of rounds. Each round is going to start with the survivors taking their turns, and the survivors can mix and match, so I can jump from one survivor to another, performing an action or two, and then moving back and forth, so I can spend these however I want to as the players. Once all the players have performed their 3 actions, then it'll move into the zombie phase. During the zombie phase, each one of the zombies is going to activate, and then finally you're going to resolve a spawn card from the spawn deck. And you'll do this all over again. All right, so getting into it, I have that first objective right there. I think maybe the Med Tech would be a good one to go after that. So I'm going to go ahead and spend her first action to move up, another action to climb, and her third action and final action to move into that area there. And I think I will. I think I'm good with that. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Signal Corps. Core, 1, 2, 2 spaces, 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and move him 3 as well. And with my other 2, I might just want to keep moving them up. Yeah, because I don't want to end close to this, and she's going to be able to kick on back out of there. So I'm going to spend the 3 on each of them as well, and just move them 3 spaces as well. So nice and easy, no problems. All right, over to the zombies. I'm going to activate them first. So first it's going to move here, and there is a car there blocking that path, and the hordes cannot move through obstacles. They don't have a jump ability, so they have to go around. So the horde's going to end up landing there. And I'm going to go ahead and kick that out there so we can see that. And then we have the other horde here, so it's going to move 1, 2, and drop onto that area there. So then all the zombies have gone. None of the zombies are going to attack as they're not sharing any spaces. So then we're going to have to resolve a spawn card. All right, so I have just one new horde coming out on 5, so it's up here as well. Okay, and I got pretty lucky with that one. That is the only thing there. So that is going to be it. And it's back over to my survivors for their actions. So they're going to regain all their actions. And then what do I want to do here? So it might be worth triggering that. So that is a oil barrel. And with that, it says when the oil explodes, it deals 4 damage to any figure in its area. Okay, so that would be great. It only takes 2 hits to take it down, or to cause it to go off. So that would at least get that horde at half health, which would be pretty nice, actually. All right, so first off, with the medtech, I'm going to spend an action to pick up that objective. So I have my green objective now, which means that I have 2 wood and 2 food moving out of here, hopefully, as long as she stays alive. So the wood is very important early in the game, as I'm going to need it to run my generator. So that was a great one to pick up early on. So from there, then I'm going to spend my second action to move here. And I got 1 action left. And her range, she does have a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So I could work on that. But I think at this point, I think it is better to just keep moving with her. I don't want to leave her too far behind here. And with that spawn point being right there, I don't want her to get trapped. All right, so we do have to make our way over here to kind of handle that. So let's see here. I'm going to spend 2 actions to move 2 to there. And then I am going to go ahead and spend a single action to fire on that barrel, hopefully lighten that thing up. And I got just 1 result. Okay, 1 success, because I needed 3s to be able to pull that off. So unfortunately, that was not enough. Okay. So from there, I will, let's see. So I've done everything with her, I've done everything with him, so I'm down to these 2 here. And I'm going to move 2, and same with him, 1, 2. And I'm just kind of setting it up, because this one's going to move here, so that's okay, but this one is actually going to move into his space and attack, so I'm going to need my actions to handle that. Okay, so I do have 1 action left with each one of them. And range of 2, so the Fixer doesn't have enough range. And the Sentinel does have a range of 3 on 5 pluses. I'm rolling 4 dice. I do have line of sight, I think, to that. Well, it's center to center, so it is going to cross over the car. So I think that is blocked. So I think I'm just going to hold there and see what happens here. So, well, technically that's equal distance, but I definitely want it to go here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move those over and just spend or waste those points. So this one's going to go first. That one will move here, and this one moves here. So then we resolve attacks. So all 3 of those guys are going to spend their reaction. So Signal Core, and the Fixers, and the Sentinels. All right, so I got 5 dice with him. 5 dice with him because they're both doing ranged. And with the Signal Core, he's going to get 4 dice. He needs 3s, and 4s. Okay, so I've got 3 successes there. He needs 3, so I get 3 there. He needs 3s as well, so he's gotten 4. All right, so more than I needed. So that guy is gone, and that will take care of that. Okay, so then we have to handle spawns. And let's see what we get here. That is this one. All right, so I've got 1 coming out on 2. Oof. And on 5. It's like they know that I'm right there. Ugh. Brutal. I've got a ton of activity there. All right, I got my work cut out for me here. So all of those are going to be returned back. Okay, so I'm good there. And all right, so how do I want to do this? All right, I've got the MedTech's range is most effective at range 1. She's rolling 6 on 4s. She does have the shotgun though. So, All right, so it's going to be a lot of combat here. He's on 4s. So these two are going to move forward 1 because they definitely want to try to take advantage of the close range. We'll see what we can do here. So then I'm going to spend my second action to attack. So I'm going to get 4 on 4s, and he is 5 on 3s. And I'm going to go after this one first. And I get 2 successes because those 2 have the coordination stuff. So there's 4 there, and I need 4s on his thing. And neither one of them have rerolls, but that was enough because it does 8. So that one's done. And I'll spend their last action then to attack this one here. Okay, so same thing. All right, so again, I need 3s. All right, so I only got 5 this time with no rerolls currently. Unfortunately, the fixer did really bad. So I got 2 wounds, so that is going to drop that down to just a small horde, as I did 1 wound to it overall, and the other hits were just wasted. Okay, so that's not terrible. At least with that, I can definitely handle that during my reaction step. Okay, and then next, I'm going to go ahead and move him 1 space here. So that's his first action. And his second action, I think I will attack. So I'm going to team up with her. So 1 and 1. So she's rolling 6. And he's going to roll 3. So it's 4s and 3s. All right, so she got 4 successes. He got 2 successes. Okay, and she does get a reroll. He does not, so even if she gets it, it's not going to matter, which she did, unfortunately. I'm at 7. So again, that will reduce that down to a small horde. And, well, I could risk it with her. All right. Well, I'll shoot again with her. Same thing. That's correct. All right, so there we go. We had the 4 we needed with her. I should have just done the 1 shot with her, but that's all right. Those guys are gone, and she has 1 action left, so she's going to go ahead and move over here. All right. And that is everybody, right? Yep. All right, so again, the zombies are going to move. So this one's going to move into here. 1, 2, over. And that one attacks. So I'm just going to open up with everybody except for the medic, as everybody else has got range. So I only need 4 to go off. So the fixer's going to have 4 dice. He is going to have 5. And 3 from him. All right, I need 3s, so there's 2. This guy is going to need 4s, so I only got 1 with him, and 2 with him. So, terrible roll. So luckily, I was able to get it off, though. I was able to take him down. Okay. So hopefully they're going to spread out a little bit now and give me a little bit of a chance here to move. All right, that is all the zombies. So again, it's the Horde, and it's just one on location 3. So 3 is way back here. So that works out, and it gives me a little bit of a breather round. And so at this point, I'm going to take a couple rounds off camera, and I'll be back a little bit later to see how our characters are doing. All right, so after a few rounds, I'm back in the game. I was able to handle a runner just a little bit ago that came out and was causing some problems. I was able to pick up my second objective, and I'm slowly working my way over here. We've got a lot of hordes coming at us from the back here, but I think overall I'm doing pretty good so far. So let's get back into it. I am going to start off by... Well, I'm going to move him over here. Get him all lined up. I think that's a good option there. And then with my other 2, let's go ahead and do an action to move them down. An action to move them over. And let's go one more. Get them in here. And then with my medic, she's going to go ahead and spend an action along with the signal core to attack here. So I'm going to get 3 dice with him and 6 with her. I still do have the shotgun, which I have not used yet, but I don't feel like it's a dire situation yet. So I don't want to pop that until I really need it. All right, so she needed 4s. So she did really well with 5, and he got 3 successes on his part. She gets to re-roll a perfect roll. So that guy is down and eliminated, as I was able to do enough to do 9 wounds there. So that worked out great. And I have 1 action left with him, and I have 2 left with her. And she has the jump as well, so I could move her up and then jump her over that obstacle and get her lined up here as well. That would be, I think, pretty good. And there's no point taking a shot there because he just doesn't have enough yet. So I think I'm going to hold there and see what happens here. All right, so I'm just gonna waste that. So this one converts back over to a horde and moves. This one's going to move and move. And this one's gonna move right there, which will hopefully work out for us. So that's all the movement. There is no attacking this turn as there's nobody in their spaces. So a new card. So we have a mutated creature. So let's see what comes up. It's a screamer at 3. That is bad news. Screamers are brutal. So it says after the spawning phase, draw and resolve a screamer spawn card. So the screamer is really going to increase things, and it's a slow mover. And so that means that it's not going to be getting up there too quick either. And that one popped up there, so not too bad. And there is an event with this, so let's go ahead and draw an event card. So this one's a medical event. So as the sun sets, a chilling breeze sweeps through the colony, carrying with it a virulent sickness. Coughs echo in the night, fevers rise unchecked, panic spreads as the medical team races against time to stem the tide of illness and save their comrades. So this one has me discarding 1 penicillin and 1 antibiotic. Or I can discard 2 people. So I think I'm good getting rid of those. And I've been able to handle that event safely. So no ill effects there. All right, so it is back over to us. So at this point, I've got a ton of hordes coming from behind. I've got my 2 there. So at this point, I think the best thing is just to get the heck out of here as fast as possible, if I'm able to. So I think with my... Did I get that mixed up again? Yes, I did. These 2 should be switched. That's what I'm like, that doesn't look right. Okay. All right, so at this point, I think with these guys, they're going to go 1, 2, 3. I think probably is the best actions there. So they're just going to go ahead and get the heck out of the way here. Oh, I forgot to resolve that Screamer card. Let me do that real quick, because that might change some of the stuff too. So this one's going to have another Horde come out on 3. All right, so that will take care of that. Okay, now it's back to me, and I do have that barrel there, and it deals 4 damage to any figure in its area. So I'm going to go ahead and try with the sniper for 1, see if I can get that. And he does. So that goes up and does a wound, so that drops that down to a small Horde. And that barrel is gone. And then the question now is, I'm going to spend my last 2 actions, I think, and just, oh, I have 1 more with her. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2. And I think I'm just gonna hold there, I think. All right, so then it is over to the Hordes. So this one, I have a choice. I'm going to send it into here with them. This one will move forward 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. So that one, they're going to attack. So I've got 5 with the Sentinel and 4 with the Fixer. I just need 4 successes, and they already give me 2. So he's on 3s. So he was able to take it out all on his own. And the Sentinel added 3 to it as well. So that is enough to take down that Horde. And that is it for enemies. So spawn card. I have a Horde on 3 and another mutated creature. So let's see what's coming out now. Is a Grunt on 6. So the Grunt is coming up from behind us here. So that's not good. All right. And there's no event there, so that's all right. Let me pull out their cards. These are their cards. These guys look better. There we go. And the Grunts. Okay, so now I get my actions back. And what do I want to do here? It's time to move. We got the Grunt. So Grunt has 2 health. I need to do 2 to him. He only moves 1 though, so that's pretty good. All right. So who doesn't? The Fixer does not have a token yet, or the Signal Core doesn't have doesn't have one yet either. The Fixer's pretty good in close combat. So I don't think I want to send that. So let's go ahead and send the Signal Core. So 1, 2, and 3. So that is all the Signal Core. The Medic is going to go 1. I think I'm going to stay there. The Fixer moving 1. Sentinel is going to move 1. And then each one of them is going to move 1 again. So I think I'm just going to hold there. That is it. All right, so he's going to move up. They're moving over and creating a pyramid. 1, 2. So next turn, these things are going to be causing all kinds of problems. Okay. Then we have a spawn card. So we have another Horde on 3. Lots of Hordes on 3. And then we have a Screamer card. Screamer is going to put 1 on 5. So I got lucky there. Okay. All right, everybody gets their actions back. Okay, And it's the signal core up there that has it. So he's going to pick up for his first. His second, he's going to move down. And then everybody's moving off. So I just spend 1 on each of them. And they've all escaped. Whew. Yeah, that was getting really ugly. So I got lucky there. All right, that works out. So then we're going to head back to the colony at this point. So let me reset up for that, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so now I'm ready to go back into the colony phase. So the first step in the colony phase is to place the survivors that have returned from the exploration phase into each player's area. So I have my survivors returning into those areas. And if I found any new survivors, which with this one, there was no new survivors, so I don't have to worry about dividing those up. I have not discarded any survivors yet that have come back. Otherwise, I would draw survivor cards. Let me show you what those look like real quick. So as I get those, so if those skulls, those will add up. And if I ever have 5 of those in a discard pile, then I have to resolve a raid card where there's going to be raiders attacking my colony, and I'm going to have to try to defend it. Which is step 2, which I've already handled, as there is no raid. Next, I'm going to consume and collect the colony resources. So, and I also have to, I think I was supposed to do that. Yes, I have to add all the resources from the exploration there. So I had the red, green, and blue tokens. So I'm going to get 2 electrical from that. I have 1 plastic here, so now my plastic is up to 2. I have 2 wood, so I'm just going to take 1 wood because I'm going to have to spend 1 in the next step here to generate that. I get 4 more food, so that's going to put me up to 13 food. And I have 2 more water, so that puts me up to 8 water. And I get a gas. Okay. From there, then I have to consume the wood for the generator. So I have taken care of that. And then I get to add all the resources produced from the colony. So moving my way through the colony, I get my tokens back for these, for my antibiotics. And now I have 2 of those. So I produce 1 of each of those each round. Over here, I produce 4 bullets. So now I'm up to 8 bullets with that. Okay. And over here, I have 2 guys there. So I'm going to produce 10 water and 4 additional food. So food, I'm up to 17. And water, I'm going to have 12. Or no, 18. Okay. And that's it for my farm. And over to the Sentinel, he doesn't produce anything at the moment. So then I'm going to build and upgrade new structures. So players may use their resources to upgrade buildings. I don't really have anything, I don't have enough yet to really start working on buildings. I need to go out on another expedition or 2 just before I can really start spending some stuff there. So I don't think I want to do anything there. I don't really want to build any new weapons at this point because, again, I need those resources, and I don't have any metal components that I would need for weapons. And I'm going to leave most of my people, all my survivors, assigned to their areas that I already have them assigned to. I will spend a couple of additional tokens, though. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 bullet tokens. Brings me to 6. And I'm going to add 2 more to this machine gun up here on my defense. That'll bump up my northern defense a fair amount there. And the southern defense, I think I'm okay at the moment for that one, as I don't really have too much else to do with that. So from there, then I'm going to move on to the next step. This is consuming resources for survivors. So again, I have the 16 survivors, so that's going to take me down to 1 food from 17 and 2 water. So I'm definitely going to have to figure out a solution for that next round. But for this round, I'm okay. I don't have to worry about resolving a card because I'm at 0 right now for my morale, which is the next step. And then the final step is to assign survivors and their tasks and prepare for the next exploration phase. So at this point, then I would choose another exploration. And again, I get to choose the card, and there's going to be a whole deck of cards for both different types of exploration. So I could do the defensive one next and try that one, as this one would give me 2 metal, 2 electric, and 2 plastic. So that's a great one for those resources that I could use to start building that up. And then if there's anything else that I wanted to do, I can handle that. Now there is one thing that I did want to go over, which is the training area. I do want to train my Sentinel in support, so I'm going to place that in there. And so next round, when the colonists come back, I'll get that back, and then I'll actually have that ability now with him, which I chose to support. There's 3 different ones again to choose from, and with the support I get assisted precision shot. This ability allows you to make a target or mark a target for a comrade, increasing their chances of damaging that target. Once per round, grant 1 reroll to another survivor during an attack in which you are participating in. So that can be really helpful. All right, so at that point, that is everything, and I'm ready to go back out and try to get some more supplies. Well, I got lucky with that one and it went pretty smooth, but the Horde was on me, and it wouldn't have taken much more for them to overwhelm me, as there was a ton moving my way, and with that Screamer out and me unable to deal with it, I was getting more and more enemies out as time went on, and it was just a matter of time before those other two spawn areas were going to start putting out enemies, and things could have definitely shifted pretty quick. So I got lucky. I was able to get through there and get out of there with all the supplies that I needed, and was able to make it back to the colony with quite the haul. So I hope you found the video helpful in learning a little bit more about Zombie Horde and whether or not this is one you want to back on Gamefound. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them, or swing by the Gamefound page and drop any questions you have there as well. I'm sure the creator would love to hear from you and is more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you later.